We've had 3 great All-Ireland finals here for the camogie this year in Croke Park. The juniors, the intermediates and the seniors. I suppose the seniors is the main talking point. New champions, Niamh Mulcahy, it's Galway. Obviously I'm happy about this, but I think even the neutral would have been happy with today's game. It was very entertaining.
It was. I think it's exactly what camogie needed. They got a super game today, 2 brilliant teams. Galway coming out on top, and I think for any neutrals watching, they're delighted.
I'd imagine, obviously I am a Galway fan, there's no point in hiding that, but I've gotten to know Anne Downey over the years. I'd say this is going to be very hard on her because she looks after that Kilkenny team so well. She's brought Kilkenny camogie, and in fact Irish camogie in general, ahead because of the work she's done with Kilkenny. She evolved this year, the team looked to be in great shape. She must be sitting down there now wondering, where to now? What can I do with this team, if anything?
Yeah, I think that's 3 losses in a row, which is going to be really hard for that panel of players and Anne and her management team to take. But look, she's done a massive amount for both Kilkenny camogie and camogie nationally. So hopefully she'll stick around. But look, that's Anne's decision. I think she'll find it hard to come back from this. I'd say Kilkenny were going in as favourites today. Whether that got to them, I'm not so sure. But a new pairing today, themselves and Galway, and Kilkenny did come with a different style of play, and it still wasn't good enough. So they'll go back to the drawing board. I'm sure they'll be back next year, and hopefully Anne will stick with them.
Galway's style of play, watching it today, when they went ahead, I said to myself, they're going to drop back now and try and protect what they do because they're up against Kilkenny. They didn't do that. They kept attacking, and then we saw a real display of hurling in the second half. And I was saying to Cathal Murray afterwards, those early goal chances in particular in the first half, if he hadn't got those 2 goals before half time, Galway could possibly have been going home on that bus brewing chances. But the difference between this Galway team and other Galway teams in the past is they made up for that and found more chances.
They did, they had other goal chances in the first half that they didn't take, and as you said, other teams that might have dampened their spirits going in at half time. But Niamh Hanafy's goal and Ailish's second one were absolutely crucial, and at the end of the day there was only 6 points between the teams at the end, and they just showed kind of a real strength of character and mettle this year that we haven't kind of maybe associated with Galway teams in the past.
Do you think that's changed now? Are we in a new chapter of Galway camogie, or is that too much to say based on one good season?
No, I think that there seems to be a definite change. They were hunting in packs there the whole game. I suppose you were kind of waiting for the Kilkenny onslaught to come, but in fairness, they kept a clean sheet today, and anytime Galway or Kilkenny started tacking on scores in the second half, Galway responded brilliantly.
We had over 24,000 people here today in Croke Park. I know Camogie Association were hoping for the 25. They were just short of it. However, based on that, could have been due to the fact that we didn't have Cork here for a start. They always bring a big crowd, and also some of the camogie finals have been dour over the years. Nobody's fault as such, it's just been the way the games have played out, or referees refereeing the right way, which is to the rules of the Camogie Association. We didn't see that today. Was that because, do you think the referee perhaps let a little bit more go, or was it just because the style of play that the 2 teams adapted to today?
I think looking at all 3 games, all 3 referees, tried their best to leave it flow, and maybe there was an informal word given to referees at the start of the year, because any games I've witnessed this year in comparison to last year seem to be that bit more free flowing. And look, today was a brilliant advertisement for camogie, and it's the final we've been waiting for a few years. So all credit to Galway and Kilkenny for that.
What next? If you were, say, a camogie strategist sitting at the top of the tree, you'd be thinking, I want to build on this now. What does camogie need to do to bring in more players and bring in more supporters? And I do hate doing this all the time. Every time we discuss women's sports, we're always talking about how do we get more people to it. But a lot of the time it's letting people see the product and let them see this can be good fun if you want to join in. So what do you think camogie need to do now to bring them on to the next level?
Well, the 3 finals we got there today are definitely a great starting point, for advertising the game. I think even looking at the papers this week, social media online, we've had way more coverage. I think the 20 by 20 campaign, has really set the ball rolling for women's sports. And look, hopefully, once that campaign finishes, that everything continues to flourish and attendances and participation, continue to increase. And look, today's attendance, they didn't quite get the 25,000, but I think it was still the biggest attendance for a standalone fixture, so you'd be hoping that's just going to grow each year.
And I think as well as that, the people who came here, they were actually treated to some top class hurling. I mean, they were man on man. It was really good stuff to watch, and that in itself is going to help bring it forward, you'd imagine.
Yeah, look, we got an absolutely fantastic senior final, and the other 2 finals were brilliant as well. I suppose senior is the one people tend to focus on, and it's probably the free-flowing game we've been craving. look, Kilkenny will be going home disappointed, and they'll be thinking, look, maybe if we tightened up a bit. But in fairness to Galway, as you said, they went the scores ahead, and they could have easily went to shut up shop, but they didn't. You know, they stayed man on man, and you know, at the end of the day, we've just been treated 3 brilliant finals, you know, and hopefully, you know, it will just encourage more people to come and watch the game and just support camogie in general.
Well, it's a positive place to leave it off. Niamh Mulcahy, Gurmila Mino Haggett.